Oh, what a glorious day, people. If you're watching this tomorrow, I recorded it last night. If you catch it tonight, I uploaded it tonight. That's why I'm wearing this same shirt. But enough of that. You already know who I am. The man who pretty much is always right, Black Bond. Be sure to check out my prior videos, why Final Fantasy 16 wasn't nominated for 2023 Game of the Year, because it's overrated modern trash. Probably the most overrated game in the last 20 years of gaming. So before all you little Starfield, Xbox brokies, and Baroque Works pirates get upset at me, join the Final Fantasy guys at Sony and get mad at me with them. Other videos include I have streamed the entirety of Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 2 is an excellent game. Another reason why you Xbox brokies are going to be mad at this video is uploaded. You can even check out my last video. Sony delays half of their live service games, 6 in total, Bungie laying off a lot of people, to which, if I was Microsoft, I would definitely go out and hire some of those people and put them over at 043 Studios. Also, be sure to check out Kids Move, Jack Move Johnny, Broken Games HD, Blandrew, Alex, and myself, and the Weapon Wheel Podcast Sundays at the new time of 5 p.m. Eastern, Sundays. 551 Patreon members. So if you like good content, if you like a great podcast, if you like funny people, if you like honest views and opinions, show up on Sunday. Better yet, join the podcast and show up with us live. So, I have always been saying, even before Starfield was formally announced, before it was unveiled, before it was released, before it was reviewed, that nobody can be sure that this game's going to be good. Partly and kind because Bethesda has not come out with a banger since 2011, over a decade ago. Now, sure, Fallout 4 was a good game, but Fallout 76 really wasn't. A lot of the other games kind of were a letdown. That online Fallout was absolutely hard and putrid. Their graphics engines, their technology, nothing is really ever improving. They're releasing and porting the same game over and over. PS3, PS4, PS5, Game of the Year edition, this edition, that edition, next gen edition, remastered edition, DLSS edition, ray tracing edition, refrigerator edition, SD edition, 4K edition. So, I'm being sarcastic, but you get the point. Now, Skyrim isn't my type of game, but I understand a lot of people like it. But at the same time, we have to realize back in the day when these giant open world games were coming out, the bar was just being set. So glitches and all kinds of stupidity and bugs, they were more acceptable back then. Back in the day, it actually used to be a fun, laughable joke that beta testa games, as they used to call them, would have bugs and glitches. And, that was part of the charm. And I said, I don't get the charm because I've never beaten a Fallout game. I've never played a Fallout game. I've rarely played an Elder Scrolls game. I've never beaten an Elder Scrolls game because I don't like these buggy, incomplete games. And then I remember, I don't know what year it came out, but Shokyo said, the honeymoon is over. And likewise, when Fallout 4 came out and it dropped down to 0 frames per second, when Fallout 76 came out and it was absolute gutter trash and we weren't getting any information about Starfield, the cracks started to form. The gap started to widen. And then you have Microsoft taking over the project, which I have no faith in this company. A lot of things seem to be going to where you would think that Microsoft stench would get all over this game. You had people talking about Game of the Year. You had people talking about Game of the generation. Oh, man. Game of the generation, huh? Game of the generation doesn't get an 83. Hate to say that. Not saying this is a terrible game, not saying this is an awful game, not saying this is an average game, because to everybody who's played it and I talk to, it is a good game. But there's a difference between being good and being great. And there's a difference between being great and being legendary. And when we want to talk about legendary, well, you're looking right here at the Sinister Six. In Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, RE4, Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom, which I have bet on that game against the field. And you know what the funny thing is? Half of this list, Microsoft could have owned. They could have owned Remedy and Alan Wake 2. They could have owned Baldur's Gate 3 and a developer of that, or at least the IP, or at least the release of the exclusivity. They could have had Spider-Man, but no. They didn't want Spider-Man, they didn't want Baldur's Gate 3, and they didn't want Remedy and Alan Wake 2. They squandered half of the Game of the Year nominations only to spend $70 billion on trash that is rated the worst ever in the history of Call of Duty, and then a whole bunch of other money on Blizzard, which, well, yeah. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not Blizzard, but Bethesda. You spent all those billions on Activision Blizzard, you're getting trash, and you spent all those billions on Bethesda, and you couldn't even get a Game of the Year nomination. Hilarious. Nintendo 2, Sony 1, Microsoft donut holes. So all you social reject fanboys, uni, all you faceless, staying in your spaces, cowards that can't afford a mic and a camera, once a freaking again, Black Bond is right. Black Bond is your daddy. You know, I'm starting to get tired of being right. And yes, people can complain and say I was wrong about the Switch, but no, I was actually right about the Switch too, because I said once that man is no longer in power, the Switch will go through a renaissance. Nintendo will rise from the ashes like a phoenix from the sky. And I was right. But it gets even better. It gets even better because it's official. Microsoft Xbox has never had one Game of the Year contender since Jeff Keighley started this Game Awards 11 years ago. 11 years and not one Game of the Year contender. The decade of destruction. Let's look at some of these games. 2013, The Trash of Us, yes, that's what I call it, and Mario 3D World. Bayonetta in 2014. Bloodborne, Super Mario Maker. Uncharted 4, Horizon, Mario Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild. Spider-Man, once again, and God of War. Ew. Death Stranding, and Smash Brothers. The Trash of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Animal Crossing. Ratchet and Clank, and Metroid 5. Or is it 4? Metroid, Return of Samus, Super Metroid, Metroid 5. Yeah, I was right. Ratchet and Clank, I'm sorry, I did that. God of War Ragnarok, Horizon, and Xenoblade 3. Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder, and Zelda. So, two things are common on this list. Every Last of Us title has gotten nominated. Pretty much every Mario title has been nominated. Every Zelda title has been nominated. Every Spider-Man title has been nominated. Every God of War title has been nominated. Look at all these X's. X, 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 X. Nope. None, 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 none. Muda, 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 muda. Useless. Now, Sony, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nintendo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty similar. 13 and 11. And I'll give Nintendo more credit because they had that disaster of a Wii U. But let's be real, people. It's like I've been saying all along. This isn't an argument. This isn't a debate. Microsoft can't compete. They don't have the talent. They don't have the leadership. They don't have the tools. They don't have the developers. They don't have the IPs. They don't have the skill. You know what Microsoft's skill is? Spending $10 billion, spending $70 billion, and giving their customers dog shit. Y'all be all happy that they spent $70 billion so you can get welfare games, pennies on the dollar. Baroque works. Broke asses. And that's exactly why 75% of the consoles sold for the Series S, from what I've heard, maybe the reports are wrong, but let's be real. The majority of these consoles are Series S. Series S because Microsoft fans are baroque. New game comes out. When's it coming out on Game Pass? New game comes out. Well, I'll wait till it comes out on Game Pass. New games comes out. Well, I'm not getting it until it comes out on Game Pass. New game comes out. Well, why isn't it all? Why don't y'all spend money? Y'all be bragging about the world's most powerful console. Y'all be bragging about 4K TVs. Y'all be bragging about all of this stuff. But when it comes time to put your money where your mouth is, either you don't have it or your parents don't want to give it to you. And it's funny as hell. Because again, I have all you losers crying on my timeline, making videos. Oh, Black Bond's a PlayStation fanboy. Because I liked Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, I didn't like Final Fantasy. Because I liked Spider-Man 2. But you weren't saying that when I was clowning Final Fantasy 16. You weren't saying that when I was clowning Returnal. See, y'all are very finicky. Y'all are quiet as church mice when I'm talking about Returnal and Final Fantasy 16. But all of a sudden, how many? Let's see. Exactly how many PlayStation games have I played this year? 2. Spider-Man 2 and Final Fantasy. And one of them was trash, the most overrated game in modern gaming, and the other one was good. But because I thought one was trash and one was good, this $5,000 setup just magically disappeared and ceased to exist, and I'm now a PlayStation fanboy. No, I'm not a PlayStation fanboy. I'm a fanboy of good games. It's just unfortunate that you, on your broke-ass Xbox, don't have good games. And the funny thing is, even if you had good games, you'd be playing them on a PC like me. You wouldn't be playing them on that welfare console. I'm Black Bond. Y'all can scream, cry, and lie all you want. You can hate me all that you need. You're not going to ever awaken no Sharon God or no Mangekyo. You are just a lonely loser in your parents' basement, in your childhood bedroom, upset that a company that spends $70 billion can't even get you a game good enough to be nominated for the Game of the Year. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. Y'all should be mad at Phil Spencer. Y'all should be mad at Sarah Bond. Maybe not right now, but possibly later. Y'all up here making videos on me. Why aren't y'all making videos on Microsoft's leadership in their studios? I don't make the games. I don't make the rules. I just report the facts. And the facts are, y'all are lonely losers, upset, angry, and mad that y'all got no games. But the problem is this. Why are you mad at me? I don't make them. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Microsoft. Don't be mad at me. You know who you should really be mad at? You should be mad at yourselves.